Okay, I think we're good. Happy Friday. I was just trying to think before we started. It's been like 8 weeks since we've had a daytime Friday stream. That's crazy. So thanks for being here today, guys. I'm just gonna go quickly grab my water. I realized I forgot that. But yeah, other than that, excited to make some yummy Valentine's foodies. Oh, wait. Had to get a new glass. That's why I forgot my water. Okay, we're good to go. Titan, thank you very much for being in first today. Hi, yet it is. Happy Discount Chocolate Eve. I was gonna say, we went shopping this morning for a few things for stream. And there was like no chocolate at Walmart. I don't know what the heck that was about. There's lots of flowers and stuff everywhere, but it seemed very minimal on the amount of chocolate this year compared to previous years. A little bit weird. And yeah, we didn't even get any chocolate today because we still have a bit left over from Christmas time. Gotti, how are you doing? Cookie, good to see you. We have a snowy, kind of cold Canada day today. Time to be cozy, get cooking. I think Sam was going to help us out a little bit. And yeah, it's good to be back, guys. I am finally feeling better. I think it's day 3 of not taking any medication for being sick. So annoying. I have a little bit of like just a random cough sometimes, so just be aware I might do that one every now and then. It's cold and snowy in Poland too. We've had like between minus 20°C and minus 30°C for I think over 2 weeks now. It's been chilly, but it is supposed to warm up next week, so I think we're gonna probably head to the mountains for some fun streams on the weekend. Get out of the city for a bit. I think that will be nice for all of us. All of the men buying chocolate. You should have seen the lineup. The amount of guys that were lined up to get the flower bouquets at Costco this morning. It like made me happy. But then at the same time, Sam's like, well, that's why I just buy you like the Lego flowers because they last more than 2 weeks, right? So another thing to think about. May have a Chinook next week, fingers crossed. It's looking like it. It's looking like it. Like we're going to be going from, I think it was minus 10 on Monday. And then by the time it's Friday, it was plus 6 or something. Crazy wintertime temps, but I'll take it. A little burst of spring in the middle of winter for us. Okay, so we got steak on the menu today. We got king crab on the menu today. Some heart-shaped pasta that I have to go grab from the pantry real quick so I can show you guys. Have you guys seen this? I think it was Scooter that also shared the heart-shaped pasta recipe in Discord, and I was like, yeah, I have it in the pantry. So I thought this was so cute. So we're just gonna make like a cheesy sort of pasta with these noodles to go with the king crab and the steak. And then I was gonna do asparagus with everything because that's a pretty typical side at a steakhouse. It did not look good today, guys. It was like moldy in the bag, so we just decided to get broccolini instead. That looked a lot better. So yesterday we went out. First we went out to try and film another video for YouTube, but it got like shut down when I was basically finished filming the store. We haven't had any weird experiences yet when I've been doing like the walkthrough shopping videos everywhere, because I'm trying to feature different places to shop locally, or like more local than just Walmart and all the chains that we know. But yeah, yesterday we tried to go to like a Filipino, let's say, supermarket. It's called Seafood City. So they have like a massive fresh seafood counter. It was so much fun. And like everyone that worked there, all the employees were like loving it. They were saying, hey, like in my video and stuff. And then I was like just finishing up some of the freezer section. And then one of, I guess, the managers came up to me and he's like, what are you doing? You can't film in here. White Dove, thank you very much for the 60 months in a row, friend. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for spreading the love today. 60 months, that's actually nuts. I know we have some people like almost up to 80. So thank you very much, guys. Like all these years together. But anyways, back to my story. So almost finished the story and he's like, you can't film in here. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. Like I almost did the whole thing before anyone said anything. So then I was like, I'm just explained to him what I was doing, and he took a picture of my YouTube channel and he's like, let me go talk to the manager. I'll be right back and see if you can finish up. But then he like never came back out. So we didn't know what to do. So we just like left. But then I went and looked online on YouTube, and like there's so many videos of this store already online. So it's like, what do I do, guys? Do I post the video that I made? Do I not post the video just because one person said not to? Just thought I would open that up to opinions, what you guys would think. But I feel like if there's other creators and people that have made content in this store, I should be able to post mine as well. Right? I don't know. I'm just trying to support people. Like everywhere else we've went loves it because it's like free advertising for them, right? So all this to say, kind of leading into a good positive story where we got this king crab leg. This is how big it is. It's like half the size of me. Think of where the crab body is. Like, holy shit. This would be so scary in the water. So we went to a place called Lobster Mobsters here, and they specialize in bringing in all sorts of different seafood from both the west and east coast of, I would say, Canada, States, kind of everywhere. We went in there, had an awesome time, had good chats. I said, hey, how do you guys feel of me doing a promotional video for you for YouTube or social media? She's like, we would love that. Like, that's amazing. She wasn't the owner, they were on vacation. But she's like, yeah, just give them a message. But we've had so many influencers come in here and like share all of our stuff, and it supports us. So we want to support you guys too. So yeah, we picked this up. It was $65 for the one freaking leg. But it's a treat, so we try to not be weird about it, right? Because we don't always eat like this. And I brought it out, I think just over an hour and a half ago now, out of the freezer. So it's been thawing for a bit. Hi, Suzanne. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Okay, guys, I'll post it up then. I just wasn't sure, like, do I start editing it? And then someone's gonna get mad at me, but I'll finish it up because the other ones are doing so good on YouTube. And it's been just like a really fun way for me to try something new. Okay, into the tenderloin, because we have to talk about beef prices. So we decided to get a whole tenderloin today. Haven't done that in many years, I would say. Can you do a shout out? Happy Valentine's for your wife, Heather. Hi, Heather. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a wonderful day full of love and yummy snacks. Because that's what I want my day to be full of today. But yeah, we got a whole tenderloin today because this was honestly the best deal from Costco. The ribeyes were, I don't know why, but they were like half the size of my face. Looked like the saddest cow ever for the same price as this. We're paying $40, or this is $3 more. So $44.99 a kilo Canadian for our cut steaks right now. Absolutely insane. Hi, Fluffy Panda. You're welcome. You're welcome. And for this, we paid $3 more per kilo, but then we got this entire thing and can be like really particular of how our steaks look. So we're gonna clean this up together today, do a little bit of learning because we haven't done butchery in a bit, and we'll see what we get out of this. This was $137. But like, if you look at how big it is, you're gonna get quite a bit of food, especially if it's just two of you like it is me and Sam. Those are the 20 ribeyes for $39 that you saw in a parking lot yesterday. The baby ribeyes. They were nuts. Jiggles. I went into Costco today. I was like, what happened to the cows? It made me sad. But this is still Canada AAA, so just one below Prime, which is the top for the States as well, right? You guys do USDA Prime. So yeah, a little bit of butchery today, a little bit of shucking seafood if you guys have never done that, and then just two simple sides to go with our yummy meats. And then I thought it would be nice to kind of bring everything together because you always usually want some butter with your seafood. We'll make a like garlic and herb, either a compound butter or we'll just melt a little bit of butter in a pot and mix it all together. I thought that would be yummy. I just realized I didn't do any of my commands yet for today for the menu and the recipe. That's how out of practice I am for Friday streams. Even this morning when we were out shopping, because usually we shop Saturday mornings and it's really quiet. I don't know if you guys shop or what day you guys shop, but weekend mornings is some of the best times to grocery shop. At least where we are, it's so quiet in the city because lots of people like to sleep in and stuff. So today, going on a Friday morning, whoa, was not ready for that volume. Sam's like, I'm never going shopping on a Friday again. And I just had to laugh at him. Are you guys doing anything fun today for Valentine's Day? This is it for us, honestly. Nothing too crazy. I know some people like to usually go out for Valentine's Day, but I don't know. We like to make our own food. I think we get a better value that way, at least us being chefs. I'm finishing the commands, guys. One sec. Titan, sleeping into you is 6 a.m., right? It's like if I sleep until my alarm that always goes off at 7 a.m. every day, it's like, wow, I had a good sleep then. Who's got half a day and a resub? Bob says, this guy. Thank you very much, Bob, for the 43 months in a row. So long. All of these years going by. I hope you're doing good, Bob Arino. Thanks for hanging out with us today on a Friday in the kitchen. Okay, first one. Oh, it was reverted. I was going to say first command is complete. Just kidding. Guys, I'm still remembering the first Valentine's Day for Samo and I. He surprised me with the flowers and chocolates at work, and I was not ready for that. But now, look what it led to. I'm having a hard time deciding what type of pasta we should make today, guys. Should we do like a mac and cheese not baked? Or should we do, I don't know if we could do ketchup e pepe. Do we have enough Parmesan? I think we used all the Parmesan up. Mac and cheese it is, I think, then. Cheesy mac to go with steak and crab? I'm in. Mish, thank you for being here and for the resub. Kiwi Mish is being better than Bob. She has subscribed for 55 months in a row. Show him up. Sorry, I don't have any feta on the menu today, but it will be there tomorrow. That's my feta report real quick. She's also a little creep. You guys. Okay, what type of mac and cheese recipes are in Discord? None? What the heck? That's impossible. I know for a fact we've made mac and cheese. Okay, we don't want to bake it though. Best mac and cheese recipe. The Food Lab's Ultra Gooey Stovetop Mac and Cheese recipe. It looks really creamy. Almost a little bit too crazy. But I don't think that's allowed to say, honestly. Okay, we have all this stuff. I was just making sure. Yeah. That's happening. I'm posting that one in Discord because it wasn't there already. Okay, so it sounds like nobody's doing anything fun for Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll ask a little bit later when you guys are feeling more chatty. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know we are planning to move in the next, I would say, month or two. I actually don't know currently, but we all decided with our roommate that we're not going to renew the lease here, and it's up in May. But he is currently out looking at a place right now, so I don't really know what that means. So I'll let you guys know what comes up in the future, but I applied to 4 different jobs again this week in the Rocky Mountains, though. I think that if we're gonna move, we're gonna go live somewhere that we really love, which is by the mountains. So I already heard back from one of the lodges, and they have gone with other candidates, which that is okay. But hopefully hear something back from the other ones. Titan says, to the property near you, I would need to get my passport fixed. But maybe one day, dude. You never know. But yeah, that's currently where we are in our life. Don't, feel stressy about it, because you guys have seen us move many times. And I think it's actually a good thing. Some things are definitely a blessing rather than a curse, and it was time anyways. But I always keep you guys updated on what we are up to. And that is what's going on in the background currently. If I get caught. They're already going after enough illegal aliens. I don't want to be another one of them. Life is always changing, right? And the nice part about us not having kids, we don't have pets to tie us down anywhere, is yeah, we are free to not have to live somewhere for forever.
On the topic of aliens, so if we bounty hunt 10 child predators, can we call it Alien versus Predator?
What are you talking about right now?
In the States, they're starting to bounty hunt people.
Okay.
So if you're an illegal alien and you hunt down 10 people, we can call it Alien versus Predator.
Okay. We don't talk about politics here. That's all I'm trying to say. Wait, Dev says, glad you're moving. Back to the conversation, though. You have all the things to say in the world, and that's what you come up with?
Yeah.
You're nut. And then runs away.
I'm not running away. I'm right here.
The one-liners, guys.
That was more than one line. It was a sentence.
Okay, so the report is in Discord. I don't think there's any recipe for making a yummy beef tenderloin steak.
Salt, pepper, CR on each side.
Okay, write it up so that they can have the link to it then.
It's right there. That one was good.
What, this?
Yeah, CR oil.
Food.com? You missed the moving thing? Our lease is up in May, Bob, and we are not renewing it. So we're currently in the midst of deciding where we want to live in the next few months. And so we are going to slowly be clearing ourselves out of here, week after week, until there's nothing left. So we'll see what the streams end up being. But yeah, we are going for some seasonal jobs in the mountains that usually run from May to October-ish. Keep your fingers crossed for us, guys. We'll still be able to stream and do all of that stuff there, so don't worry. Okay, so they do sear the tenderloins and then finish it in the oven. That sounds about right. That's about what I would do, and it looks like a nice sear on it, so I'll choose that one, guys. That's exactly it, Cookie. That's what I was thinking. No more banging on the ceiling, and that was one of our stipulations as well. I mean, obviously, if we have to do staff accom, I'm not going to be that picky. But if we're going to be living somewhere, like, on our own, I'm not going to pick anywhere where I have to live underneath another person. I've just done that for too long. And I think that we'd be happier somewhere else. Okay, we finally got the command. The other insane thing that we saw today, so the person that parks beside us downstairs in the parkade, they got their vehicle towed in with an SUV and like a freaking like fabric tow strap last night, and then pushed their vehicle in beside us. It's just crazy stuff like that that I don't want to deal with anymore. Like, is this even legal right now? Oh, I have to activate it. The end cooking streams will be fun. I have one pan, a toaster, and a coffee pot. What can we make? So we're planning to bring like our batteries. We'll bring the air fryer for sure. Because we'll see, like, we might even just like live at a campground for the summer. It's pretty normal around there. It's so nutty here in this city now. I've never seen it like this. So every day you leave your house, you whisper to yourself, WTF. Okay, let's get into this. I'm gonna make my little Lister roux, and then let's see how quick we can get all this stuff done today. That's not the right recipes. Oh my Lanta. So Stream Elements loves to do this thing of reverting to the old command for some odd reason. And I swear it's just to like frustrate people. Copy. One. Sam's just laughing at me from the room. 2. 3. Save. Not today, Stream Elements. As long as it's a legit fabric toe strap, they are usually rated for 10,000 pounds, so it's safer than it appears. In an underground parking garage with a ramp, though? That shit's a little risky to me. Usually you have like a legitimate towing service that does that. But anyways, okay, so first things first, I think we're gonna, there's a better slap, get into this. We'll butcher it up. We'll see what we end up with for steaks. And then hopefully by that time, our king crab leg will be ready, thawed enough, so that we can, well, I guess I should ask Samo how we want to do it. Because we might just steam it in the claws. or in the shell. How are we doing this? Are we shucking it? So we steam it in the shell first and then we'll shuck it after with the butter? Okay. But we can get it cut into smaller portions because, yeah, you need it to be able to fit into a pot still. So we'll cut it at the couple joints just so it's not as long. Easier to deal with. So for the steaks, I linked the recipe for it. It'll be really easy, just some salt and pepper in a cast iron pan or a good frying pan. High heat, sear it on both sides, and then we'll have the oven on. I think if we have the oven on, we'll probably just roast the broccolini then, not waste just cooking the steaks in there. And I think the recipe said 425 Fahrenheit for that. And I would suggest that temperature. So just write that down for later for yourself. And then at that temp, it only takes about 7 more minutes to cook in the oven. Maybe a little bit less than that, we'll see. And then you always have to leave time for your steak to rest. So I think during that time, we will kind of prep the crab with the butter and plate everything else. Okay, so steaks, crab divvy up, and then we'll steam it. So that crab leg is already cooked in the shell. So we just have to steam it to heat it back through, but you could also eat that cold if you wanted. I find it is a nicer, like both flavor and texture. Eating it warm, you kind of take some of the briny saltiness from the ocean out of it. It's not as salty. And then the texture gets nice and soft and supple too when you go to dip it in butter. When you have it cold, it just all stays a little bit more firm, and especially like that bit of fat in the king crab stays cold too. So just not as nice as a mouthfeel as eating it warm, especially if you're gonna pair it with something else that's hot, like a steak. Bless you. Okay, so next up I'll get into the pasta and prep that. So we'll need our water pot for boiling. What is this one gonna be? Probably like a 9-minute boil. And this box like wasn't even any more expensive. It was almost cheaper than the regular pasta. It was kind of weird. So this says ready in 7 minutes. And Barilla's been making pasta for over 145 years. Whoa. That was a lot of talking. Okay, so for that we are going to make what is called a Mornay sauce, which is just a bechamel cream sauce that then has cheese mixed into it. So basically fancy word for a cheese sauce. But that is the way that we are taught in culinary school, so that's how I'm going to teach you guys today. So we'll have our sauce. And that usually takes around, let's say, 20-ish minutes to make. Not too long. Okay. After that, just prep our broccolini really quick. Probably just trim off the one side of the end. Have you guys had broccolini before? Or they called this sweet broccoli tender stems. So it's like a long and tall version of broccoli, but the stems, like it says, are so sweet and like juicy. It's really yummy. And then we'll roast that, just like how you roast broccoli. And that will take probably about 15 minutes at the temperature for the steaks, which is 425. So now all we have to do is time this all out so it can be ready at the same time. And then let's not forget our garlic herb butter. because that'll be yummy with the steak, the crab, and the broccolini. And probably the pasta too, let's be honest. Okay guys, let's get our cutting board out, we'll get our boning knife out, and get into some butchery. Steakies. I'm gonna put this on the steel real quick. I was trimming up a sirloin tip roast earlier this week for my clients to make steak bites from. The knife was a little bit dull and I did not have my steel with me. But we need to sharpen this one, I think anyways, it's time. I'm excited to see the comparison for this, of how many steaks we're gonna get out of this. Give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna clear my throat.
Four tenderloin steaks and the chateau.
Sam says we should get 4 tenderloin steaks from this side.
Yeah, so you'll have one,
and then the
2,
chateau.
3, 4. You'll have the tail.
Yeah.
You'll have all
There's gonna be quite a bit of trim.
all the rib pieces from the backside.
Do I gotta put that all in a pot then?
No, not the rib pieces.
But
Those
all
little
the trim though.
trim, yeah.
Should we make a broth?
Should.
Don't waste it, guys. If you're gonna buy a whole thing of meat, make sure you use it all. I always like to have my stock pot beside me when I do this part.
Or you save that piece for your
For a roast.
or
Guys, because you can save a tenderloin roast for doing Wellington and stuff like that, right?
so you can save that for Wellington if you want, and then cut this guy up into 2 steaks.
Okay, this I'm not there right now, so I can't see what you're saying.
You can save this piece for the
Save the middle.
for the Wellington,
Okay.
and then you can save that for your, or you can do that for steaks.
Okay.
You just get bigger steaks.
Is this side not gonna come off? Pretty sure that's all gonna get trimmed off.
Some of it will. You save that.
Let's see after we open it up is usually what we do. But it is always good to kind of make a plan of action. Sam says he's cleaned a couple thousand, and I'm gonna do the rest of this in the sink, guys, because I don't want blood everywhere.
You want to actually break it down real quick?
If you want to, I don't care.
I can break it down.
Sam's doing butchery? This thing is like torn up. So this is how a tenderloin looks when you take it out of the thing, hey? Nothing like how your perfect little like baseball medallions look. But all of this is gonna have to be taken off. This is probably gonna come off of the side because you can easily see where the beef all separates. That's all from along the ribs. Same with here. A lot of like weird bits on this though. Kind of happy that Sam's gonna butcher it. If my knife's dull, use yours. And then we'll have to sharpen mine. Greek! Well, we switched it up this weekend because we wanted to cook some Valentine's food. And I didn't feel like cooking late at night and eating really late. So I switched up. All the streams are going to be during the day this weekend, and then we'll switch to play games on Sunday. What was it, a bone? You've done deer and pork tenderloins, but no experience with beef. Beef is pretty simple.
So the first part, there's like an outer membrane before you get to the silver skin. You can use your fingers to get around most of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how the muscles of a cow separate with all of the different connective tissues. I find beef is some of the easiest to butcher because of like the higher fat content. The fat stays hard. And you can separate a lot of the stuff with just your hands.
Yeah, so you can literally take it apart with your finger.
But what's that side that you took off? That's like the chain from the ribs?
Nope. Chain's underneath.
Oh, okay. That's just trim. Could have done a charcuterie spread. Oh, like for gaming, you're saying, Greek? Yeah, we could have, but Samo really wanted surf and turf. So I said, okay, let's cook it up then. There was someone trying to get rid of silver skin. Doesn't normally butcher. It was really hard to watch because they're trying to pull it off. I mean, you have to use your best judgment when you butcher. You can use your hands to pull stuff off to a certain point. But if it's going to start tearing the meat, that's when you stop. It's good that you can notice that kind of stuff though, Greek. Like sometimes it's easier to use your hands, but that's why a lot of the times like you use your one hand and then your other hand has the knife in it to help you out.
So I'm going to trim this off. Take all the fat off of this. Right here. And that's going to be for like stir fries and stuff.
Ooh.
So try not to waste anything. You can make it into a steak if you want, but you'll have the best stir fry of your life. Throw a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of tapioca flour, fry that shit, make ginger beef.
Yum.
The best ginger beef ever.
This honestly looks like a pork tenderloin now.
So, same thing. Just use your finger. You can go down between the silver skin. And we're going to save this attachment. So we're just going to cut a little bit of fat out. Now we'll take care of the silver skin that's along here.
Greek, you had to switch the channel.
So you can zoom in a little more on this. Keep going. Keep going. So you can see the knife through the silver skin. So just keep on working your knife up.
I usually just do like maybe 1.5 inches at a time though.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And then just use your knife and just pull up on your knife. And you'll have basically clean. Bam. And this stuff, you can see you ain't going anywhere with it.
You don't want that on the steak.
So you can have the most tender piece of tenderloin. Somebody leaves that on it.
It'd be so chewy. Turns into chewing gum, basically. When people joke about shoe leather steaks, that would be it. I'm gonna put a couple things away while he's working. Alert! Hello, Michael. I hope you have a good day at work, dude. Don't work too hard. Does silver skin dissolve into broth or is it just total trash? So it doesn't dissolve into the broth, Jiggles, but you can get a little bit of collagen or gelatin from it. So that's why we do have, just sitting on the side here where Sam's working, a pot that he's throwing all the trim into that's not usable for eating. And that way we can cook it with some water. And like, it might not be the most amazing broth because there's no bones in there, but that's why it's called a broth, not a stock. Still better than nothing. And that way we can repurpose that. Like, Sam likes to eat noodle bowls and stuff like that during the week for snacks. Oh, that's better than just using a powdered bouillon to flavor, right?
Or even just water.
Yeah.
Something in the water is better than nothing.
Who did it?
Doesn't matter. It won't break down.
Their love is burning for us, chat. It always makes me laugh. Like, I don't know why. Just seeing a fire truck roll down the street in the middle of a snowstorm, it doesn't make sense to my brain. What if you deep fry it?
Nope.
It still wouldn't. Like, let's compare this. You can deep fry a shrimp in a shell and eat the shrimp shell and stuff because it crisps up. They do that in a lot of Asian cultures and cuisines, where a lot of us don't do that here, right? But it is possible. So some things gristly can be eaten. For example, let's say like chicken knuckles, stuff like that do break down. But silver skin just does not. And like, all animals have it. Because even on chicken legs and stuff like that, we have to clean out the tendons. So same. You just notice it more on beef and pork because of the contrast of the color of the meat. I hope that is a good info for you guys, though. That's starting to look pretty good. She getting smooth. Okay, what can I do back here while Samuel's working? I'll get the crab steamer pot and I'll get the pasta pot filled with water. So this is the crab steaming pot. Not super big. Fill it with about an inch of water. And then we'll just turn it on later when we're ready to steam the crab. And because the crab comes from the ocean, you don't have to season the water or anything like that. And then this for the pasta. Scaramouche says you always look good. Can you go up a little bit because I can't see? Now he's cutting steaks. We need to put some salt into the water pot. For the pasta. And then we need one more like medium pot to make our cheesy sauce. We got a full stovetop today, people. Prepare yourselves. So much different layers of fat and meat there, hey? And even silver skin too. It's like a rope. Like twists together almost.
Do it right. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
very tender.
Yeah, the weird like brown bloody parts creep me out. I don't know why. Right there. Thanks. You're okay. Oh. We're not even putting that in the stock pot, guys. Where the blood kind of pooled and went brown on the meat, just throw that out.
What? Yeah, I did that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling them.
Oh,
If you're gonna stir fry this part though, it's okay to leave a bit of fat, right? Because it'll help it crisp up and stuff.
yeah. I just know where the silver
The
skin is.
nuggets are.
That's all good stuff.
Yummo. Now you're slicing it. Are we gonna vacuum seal it then, or yeah? Okay, now I'll get that set up behind, and we're gonna say thanks, Samo, for doing butchery today. I didn't even have to get really my hands dirty. This is a team effort.
Okay. So here's your nice Chateaubriand for beef Wellington.
You did it.
Here's your like super perfect steak.
Show them in this one. You can't see in this small can.
Eat this about that thick. It's about 2 inches thick.
It's a perfect steak? Did you put two pieces together?
These are the perfect ones.
Okay.
This is from the bottom tail. Two
Oh.
pieces. But you make one steak. We normally did these for like medium wells, well dones. Same with that one. And same with that one. Oh, that one's a good steak.
But if it's for us, we know how
Like-
to cook that.
That's normally for a well done medium well. And then you have 3 perfect steaks and your chateau and a pile of stir fry meat. Not bad.
For $137?
Yep.
Yep.
But
That's
two
not
steaks,
bad.
2 steaks by themselves was $60.
Whoa. Okay, so just a 2-pack of tenderloins at the store already cut for you and cleaned was $60 right there.
It was $69 a kilo for that.
Holy shit.
It was $45 a kilo for the whole.
Yeah.
So it was $25 more expensive for somebody else to do that for you.
Yeah. Okay, that looks good size. So now I'm just making some vacuum sealed bags to put some of this into the freezer.
So technically, if you bought them at a package at Costco, these 4 is what you paid for. This is free
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
because you did this part yourself.
Do you want to put a glove on and help me pack the bags and finish?
Just wash my hands.
Do you want to put a glove on so you don't have to wash your hands,
Wash my
or
hands.
I'm gonna put the glove on?
Just wash my hands. I'll do it again. Wash
Oh,
my hands.
you're okay? Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to wash your hands again. He's okay, people.
Next. Oh, we gotta wait for bags.
Well, yeah.
Anybody have any questions about the steak? Not much to it, tenderloin. I think out of all the meats that you could possibly clean, this one's the easiest. And like Caitlin said throughout the entire time, it looks like a pork tenderloin. So if you can do this, you can do every other tenderloin possible.
Yep. You've chosen the ones that we're eating?
Yeah.
Put them on a plate. And then they'll be ready for seasoning. Was the same size of bag again?
Yeah, that should be sufficient.
Seasoning. And then you can seal them back there if you want. Yummo. And also for your services, you have a coffee.
Oh yeah.
Guys, Sam made a coffee before stream and he forgot about it. The espresso's just sitting there. Looks sad. A sad espresso now. Okay, so first hard part of the stream is complete. Woohoo! Scoots! Surprise coffee is always a welcome find. I know. That's why I didn't tell him about it while he was working, because it would have been a perfect surprise for after. Okay, so we got two steakies there. It's like finding the $20 you forgot in your pocket. Honestly, those were the best times. We don't do that anymore, hey? Because not that many people use cash as much. Man.
So here's the worst part of all that. We had cash before that we left in our pockets. We threw it in the washer and dryer. But
Yeah.
now we have cash that's indestructible and we don't have cash anymore.
Doesn't even matter. Look at the stir fry. A roasty. Those are all of our meaties. Okay, next one. Crab time. I'm just going to reuse the sheet pan that's right here. Just put the crab leg on it. And use some kitchen shears. That's the vacuum sealer if you guys were wondering what the heck. What the heck? Get into this. Right. We're missing out on so much now. And we always say, like, why didn't they warn us? Nobody ever warns us about this.
Wait, is laundered money actually in the wash machine?
Yeah, that's what it means. That's an Annie. I was like, is that frost? But no, it actually is still a little bit frosty. Looks like the leg from Eight-Legged Freaks. Have I seen that movie? I don't know. But they let us pick our own leg at the seafood spot. So that was fun. So we're going to, you can kind of see the joint. So we're going to take it apart here, because that should fit in the steamer. And then here. And then have this chunk. So 3 pieces. Thank you very much, Scooter, for the 61 months in a row. I'm loving these Valentine's resub. Keep saying thanks for spreading the love, guys. Glad you can be here on a Friday during the day. I was saying it's been about 8 weeks since we did that. And okay, one note. You see the spikies? So don't hurt yourself. You can always use a towel, but just kind of make sure wherever you hold it, you don't want to slip and like scratch your hand, because that will injure you. So I just made a cut there. And I always try to not cut into the crab meat as much as possible. But yeah, you just slit it on the back side with your kitchen shears and we should be able to pull this apart, no problem. Give it a pull and a twist. That will come out. This is like, I always like think of it like plastic. It's just the tendons and stuff. You can see it's clear. A little bit of meat sticks onto there, so we'll make sure that we will just do this right now, because I said you could eat it cold. Have a little pre-tester. I know you just had coffee, Samo. We're doing an easy Valentine's menu. Okay, Samo, so what's our pricing at then? We did, was it 65 for the crab leg?
Yeah.
Our 2 or 3 steaks would be what? Let's say if we were doing like a 2 steaks. 2 steaks were $60, but that's not what we paid.
Nope.
So our 2 steaks were more like 40 probably. There's that. Man, she's frosty. And then there's our 3 pieces for the steamer pot. I'm not gonna put those into the pot until it is hot and steaming. We don't want to put it in there and then bring up the water, because this could potentially dry out. But this is exactly how we're gonna leave this. We could trim that off now if we want. And then this should maybe take 5 minutes. We'll check it after 5 minutes in the steamer pot and see if it's warm. If not, leave it a little bit longer. And then we can shuck it up. So let's put that to the back because we're going pretty quick today so far. Just gonna wash my handles. $37.50 for the 3 steaks?
Yeah.
That's amazing. But isn't that insane they can see me?
Yeah, $37.50
for 3. Because I was gonna ask Sam, I don't know if you guys were around on stream once upon a time when we were on the island, and one Valentine's Day we did a catered dinner for one of our friend couples. They did, what did they do? King crab with lobster bisque and I think tenderloin as well or something like that. But how much was the crab back then?
$49 a kilo.
So yeah, the crab back then was $49 a kilo. And we were like, wow. And that was like our first time ever having king crab, and I just like went nuts for it, right? So what is it now? Was that 1 kilo? No, we just got 1 leg.
It's $89.99 a kilo. It's 40 bucks.
So it's $40 more per kilo compared to 2020, I think? 2021?
On average, groceries have gone up 200 to 250% in 5 years.
Whoa. The landlocked city. No, because even when we were on the island, the price for king crab was already going up. And we were like, this is crazy. But the steaks, we're not going to season them up just yet, but we can leave them on the plate, kind of like the crab back here. Getting everything prepped up.
It's just a treat. I ain't having this in this year, probably.
No, because if we were to look at an actual steakhouse, let's say like Ruth's Chris or the Keg, I don't even know if they do king crab leg add-ons. It would be very pricey though.
They do, it's market price.
So it's just market price, same.
So they'll probably
But they
charge
can
you,
also charge whatever they want.
which why they can do market price.
Yeah. Okay, steak's done, crab done, the pasta water is on. Let's prep Mornay sauce. But maybe we'll do our garlic herb butter first. Because once we do the Mornay sauce, everything's going to go pretty quick. Samo just finished vac packing. Just going to label this up. This is how we usually vacuum seal, I would say just our meats. We like to vacuum seal so that they don't get any frost on them, or at least not as fast. So this is a tenderloin roast. Seeing if that guy's all right. He's been sneezing like crazy. Send him to the doctor. Okay, tenderloin roast. I was like, what's the date today? It's February 14th date. 2 times tenderloin steaks. Because sometimes it's hard to tell once it's frozen whether it's a roast or a steak. Tender stir fry. Done and done. And now we have some meat prepped up for the next few weeks or so. And I usually only put the date because honestly, like if you have to put the year and you have something in your freezer that is like a year old, it's been in there for too long. So just make sure that it doesn't roll over to the next February